Good morning, everybody. Let me know. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me okay. How's everybody doing this morning? Give me a thumbs up. Let me know. Let me know if y'all are good. How's everybody doing today? So, okay, good. So we're all good. That's what I'm talking about. Well, I just want to say good morning. Not sure where everybody's from, but I know everybody is chiming in from around the world. I felt this morning like I said, you know what, I'm going to go on my balcony and give you guys a little bit of the breeze that's going on in Miami right now. So if you hear some wind, yeah, that's just because I'm near the water, and I wanted to share that with you guys this morning, all right? So again, good morning, and this morning we're going to be doing some morning motivation, morning inspiration, and I am humbly your host this morning or this afternoon, this evening, wherever you guys are at. And my name is Michael Jex, if you're not familiar with me. Rubbing it in. No. Hey, listen, you know what? Here's the thing. I was born and raised in Brooklyn, New York. So it was a tough upbringing, man. You know, me being in Brooklyn. And I always dream about not being in Brooklyn, right? So growing up, I lived under the train station. So many of you, if you're not from New York, going to New York seems like this thrill. It's a great experience, and that it is. You know, if you go to New York for the first time ever, it is an amazing experience. Me growing up in Brooklyn, my whole entire life up until the point I was 27 and I moved down to Florida. Living in New York was definitely a challenge, and I'll say it wasn't like the movie Home Alone or some of the stuff you've seen on TV, and it's all cool, you know, hanging on the train rails. Nah, let me tell you something. None of that stuff was appealing. So I just have to share this with you guys one more time because, you know, I'm gonna do some morning inspiration. I want to help inspire every one of you guys to know that you know, if you're in a situation that you don't want to be in right now, trust and believe. You know, I'm a example of that. You know, I was in a place where I didn't want to be at for the majority of my life, and now I'm living a life that I can only dream of. And I'm going to talk about that, you know, due to the fact that you know, our goal this morning is to make you feel a little bit more upbeat, inspired for the day, making sure that you guys have the tools that you need, not only for the day. You know, every time I speak, man, I don't want to just give you guys tools to make you feel good for the moment or anything like that. I want to give you guys some tools to make sure that you leave away with something that you can have that can have an impact on you for the rest of your life, that you can use every single day. And you know, again, my name is Michael Jex, and I'm a diamond with iBoomerang. And what I want to share with you guys with my short time with you today is, I think, as I sit back and I just say that story to you, and I think about where I was, you know, living in Brooklyn, New York, and when I got into the industry of network marketing, I really had no idea what I was getting my hands on. I really had no idea what the industry had to offer. I had nobody in the industry to teach and show me. When I first heard about it, there was nobody around me that was a pillar of an example of how to make this industry work for me. To be very honest with you, when I first saw my first ever presentation in network marketing, I literally had no idea what it was. I didn't know, but it just felt good. It felt like it was something I wanted to do. And I think to get from point A, where I was in my life at that time, I was living off of an unemployment check, okay? The unemployment check that I was receiving every single week, living in New York City, was $360 a week, okay? $360 a week. Having a 1-year-old daughter, my lady, Francesca, was the only person that was working at the time. My parents, thank God, held me down for a little bit as well too. But there was a small period of my life where, you know, it sucked financially. But how did I go from there to being able to, you know, reach the top level of my previous network marketing company, reach the prestigious level of diamond in a fairly short time here in iBoomerang, and continue to grow and reach some more of my dreams? And I think it's because I identified with how to set goals properly. So this morning, that's the thing I want to talk about with you guys is setting goals properly. And I think it's very important because many of us, when we think about goals, I think goals are something that are triggered in our minds that we feel like we believe that they're goals, but in actuality, they're really not. And I'm gonna give you an example, right? So I learned this from a gentleman by the name of Mr. Bob Proctor a little while ago. Maybe about I learned this way of looking at goals maybe about 2 years ago, but I think I subconsciously knew about it from all the books that I was reading and the personal development that I was doing. But setting goals properly is probably going to be ranked up there with working hard, doing all the exposures, doing the things that you need to do. Setting goals properly is going to be ranked right up there with everything else. Now, how are you going to set goals properly? How do you know that you're setting the right goals? Because look, first things first, a goal is going to be something that stretches you. That's the point of a goal. So, for example, let's say right now you are in a situation where you have a car, okay, and your car is about 4 years old, and you say, "Hey, Mike, man, listen, I got a goal of I want to get a new car." Okay, cool. What kind of car you want? Man, I think I want to get a brand new Honda. Okay, cool. What kind of car do you have now? Oh, well, I got a Honda now. Okay. Well, how long have you had the Honda? Oh, well, I've had the Honda now for about 4 years. Okay, cool. So it probably is time for you to go get a new car. And you say, yeah, true. I said, okay, cool. Well, how old is the Honda that you have now? Oh, well, the Honda that I have now is 4 years old. Okay, so you went and got a brand new Honda 4 years ago, and you have a goal right now of getting a new Honda. That's not a goal. And I'm gonna tell you why that's not a goal. The reason why that's not a goal is the fact that you knew how to get that Honda, a brand new one, for 4 years already. You've known for 4 years how to have a brand new Honda. That's not a goal. You're just gonna repeat the same thing that you did 4 years ago. That's not a stretch. So when it comes to talking about goal setting, right? You got 3 levels of goals. You have the A goals, you have the B goals, and then you got the C goals, okay? So here's the A goal. Just gave you a description of one. The A goal is something that you absolutely already know how to do, but you try to trick yourself and saying, okay, cool, you know what, I'm gonna do it again. No, you've done it already. You know how to do that already. If someone has a goal of buying a new Honda, but they bought a new Honda 4 years ago, and they're saying that that's the next thing they want to do, you got to understand, okay, you've done that already. Let's move on to the next one, right? So that was an A goal. The funny thing about the A goals is that most of the people who only live in the A goal realm, you tend to hang around other people who have A goal mentality as well. See, most of us who, we strive and we want to stretch for things, what we want to do is we want to hang around other people that want to strive and stretch for things too, because and here's the funny part, when you start to understand what the B or C goal is, and I'm talking about the B goal in a second, you'll start to realize the B goal ain't really too much different from the A goal. What I mean by that, so what's the B goal? So the B goal is a little bump up from the A goal. So here's what the B goal setters are doing. The B goal setters are doing this. Hey, listen, what I want to do is I want to be able to figure out every aspect of this situation that's surrounding me. And then once I get this down packed, okay, I know all of the intricacies of what's going on in my situation, everything maps out the way it's supposed to, guess what's going to happen? Excuse me. I'm going to line up A, I'm gonna line up B, and then I'm gonna get C. Or let me instead of using the A, B, and C, I'm gonna utilize 1, 2, and 3. If I have this piece right here is 1, and then I got this piece here that's 2, then I know for a fact if I put these together, I'm gonna get 3. See, B goal setters is a little bit of a stretch from an A goal, right? So if you went and bought, for example, if you're not a handyman or anything like that, if you're not good with putting things together, you went and bought a furniture set from IKEA, okay? You know that, okay, I know I have all the pieces here, and I got the instructions next to me. If I set some time out it's probably gonna take, well, somebody like me, because I hate putting stuff together, it's probably gonna take me a whole month and a half to put together one IKEA couch because I'm just not good at stuff like that. But guess what? After 30 days of trying to put together this IKEA table and IKEA couch, I have it, right? But I knew that already. Like I knew that. I knew that if I looked at this instruction manual here and I took the couch and I put all the pieces next to me and I just said, okay, cool. I got this Allen key here and it says to screw this in. Okay, cool. I'll get to the end of that goal. But that didn't stretch me either. I already had the picture of the end goal right here. And I had all of the instructions right here. It was here. It was all set up for me. I knew how to get there. So let me ask you this. What's the Seagull then? Here's the Seagull. Seagull is out there. It's like all the way out there. The Seagull is what you really want. The Seagull is the stretch. The Seagull is you have absolutely no idea how to get there. But guess what? You want it. And you made a decision and you said, I'm gonna get it. I'm telling you right now, for many of you, a Seagull is, man, you know, I wanna be a Triple Crown diamond. And I'm telling you, even right now, as I say that, there's some of you right now, if you repeated those words, it'll make you feel uncomfortable because you're like, nah, how I'm gonna hit Triple Crown diamond? You know, there's a pandemic going on, and I could barely even leave my house, and I don't even know any Triple Crown diamonds. So how am I gonna get a Triple Crown diamond, right? How am I gonna get there? You start to create all of these things in your mind of why you can't hit Triple Crown diamond. You know, it's funny, the Seagull, probably one of the Seagull masters of the world is the gentleman who founded and created this company, iBoomerang, Mr. Holton Buggs. You know, Holton Buggs lives in that Seagull realm. His mind thinks it, and he just says, I don't know how I'm gonna get there, but I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna put the best people around me to be able to help me achieve those goals. But I wanna be able to have this thought that's in my mind come out to life. And many people, they're too afraid to let their minds go into that realm of the Seagull. The Seagull is the dream. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the dream. This morning, as we're doing morning inspiration, I want you guys to start your day off with writing down and thinking about what is the dream. Look, think like you were a kid again. Back when we were kids, there was no boundaries on what we thought about. There were no boundaries on what we wanted to achieve. Everything was possible when we were children. And as we got older, here's what happened. Time, you know, time happens. We get older, life happens. And sooner or later, these dreams that we have, they start to get broken down, start to get shattered. You start hanging around people who don't have any sort of value whatsoever towards those dreams and goals. And the funny thing is that most of the people who are around you, if you are in the A, especially if you're in the A and B goal realm, most of the people that are around you, the last thing that they want to see you do is go after some C goals for a couple reasons. One reason is that it makes them feel very uncomfortable. The other reason is the fact that they don't want you to go. They don't want to be left. They want to see you hang around them and still live in that realm of the A goals and the B goals because it makes them feel uncomfortable. It makes them feel comfortable in the setting that they're in. You guys got to take some time out, you know, every single day to write down what it is that you want in your life. You guys have to take some time out to really dream again. You know, some of you may have not even sat down and really asked yourself, what do you really want? You know, what is it that drives you? What is it that, if some of you say, you know, I really want to hit Triple Crown, why? Have you ever, obviously, if you hit Triple Crown Diamond, you will be earning in excess of $1 million a month in income. What are you going to do with that money? For example, have you, man, I want to hit Triple Crown Diamond. Have you ever thought about the home that you want to live in at that point in time? You ever thought about how many bedrooms, You ever thought about how the pool layout is going to be? You're going to have a sport court in the back, tennis, basketball, right? How many floors is it going to be? What color is the house going to be on the outside? What city is it going to be in? Is it going to be in the mountains? Is it going to be on the beach? Have you ever thought about that? Has that even crossed your mind? You got to ask yourself, okay, oh, T-Gray putting up the disclaimer. I'm going to say this right now. Thank you, T-Gray. At the end of the day, I am not saying that will happen. Thank you, T-Gray. I'm not saying that will happen. I'm saying that the possibilities of you being Triple Crown Diamond and reaching those financial marks are there, but it's all up to you. It's based on what you do. Thank you, T-Gray. Yes, it's not guaranteed. What is guaranteed is the fact that you have the ability to go there and reach all the goals that you want. But back to what I was saying before, what is going through your mind? What are you thinking about on a daily basis? If you're not thinking about the things that you want, okay, you're not thinking about the goals that you want to achieve. What kind of car would you like to have? You know, how much money would you like to give to charity? These are things that we never ask ourselves. You know, all we think about for the most part, we think about what's going on in our daily lives today. Most of us right now are worried about, you know, paying their next bill, what TV show or Netflix show they want to watch. You know, they're thinking about what albums they want to download on Apple Music or Spotify. They're thinking about what's going on in their daily lives right now, every day, and what's common. The way you get to those Seagulls is, number one, knowing exactly what you want, thinking about it all the time, over and over again. Next thing you want to do is you want to make sure that you're putting forth that activity to make sure that you're reaching those goals. You got to think about it. Look, you know, a plane just flew overhead, and every time I fly, I love flying. One of my favorite movies in the world is Top Gun. I've been watching that movie since I was a child, and I always think about, you know, when I was a kid, I really wanted to be a fighter pilot until I realized, like, man, they spend too much time out, you know, away from home, and it's a little too dangerous now. I don't want to do that no more, but I still love the movie. I love the movie Top Gun. But think about airplanes for a second. You want to talk about seagulls? Check this out. The Wright brothers, you think that they were like some sort of like aeronautical engineers, some scientists. These are folks who, you know, knew every ins and out of the airplane world. These brothers were bicycle mechanics. They had a dream. They said, no, we're gonna figure out a way to make humans fly, go up in the air. And their father, you know, was a pastor. Their father would tell them, y'all are gonna burn in hell for trying to make people fly in the air with these mechanics that you're trying to build. What are you doing? Two brothers from Dayton, Ohio, who fixed bicycles for a living, engineered the first airplane. Think that's a seagull? Some people, I mean, during that time, think about it. During that time, the thought of 300 people getting in this metal capsule, taking off at 200-300 miles an hour, going up in the air, the plane weighing a couple tons, and then flying 600 miles in the air, 600 miles an hour in the air for hours. That's a joke. So you saying, man, I wanna go and hit diamonds. I want to go and hit blue diamond, black diamond. What do you think was harder? You know, what do you think was harder? My goal for you this morning is just to open up your minds. I want you to go the rest of the day knowing that you have the power, you have the abilities, you already have all the tools that you need around you in order to get what you want to achieve. And I hope that I did that this morning. I want you guys to, you know, continue on for the rest of your day, knowing that you guys have it in you already to achieve what you want. And every single day, you have it in you already to get it. From the Wright brothers to anybody else that you've probably admired throughout your life, there was a point in time where they didn't know how they were going to make it happen, and they did. They had a goal, they made that decision, they connected with that seagull, and they made it happen. Much love to everybody out there. Look forward to seeing all of you around the world. And hope you guys have a blessed day. And take a look at another view again. There you go. Enjoy the day. All right. I know I will. Later.